Okay, so we're going to start by using existing loops and chopping them up. Okay, so here's a fun little time-saving tip. If you want to find a whole bunch of loops on your system, you could search through here and find drum loops. Like we could go drums and then go sample. And these are going to be some drum hits, some fills, some single hits, some whole tracks. But if you want to quickly find just like drum loops, here's something that I always do. Most of the time, if a drum loop has been kind of professionally made and found its way onto your system, it's going to be called some creative title for that loop, and then it's going to say the BPM in the title. So it's going to say like burnt cookies loop 110 BPM. So if you just search for BPM, you're going to find a whole bunch of loops, drum loops. And some other stuff, but okay, so let's just find something kind of interesting here. Okay, so I'm going to drag this one in here. I'm just going to work with audio loops for now. So what do we remember about working with loops? If I drag it in and it perfectly fills some amount of measures, so in this case 2 measures, and it goes right up to the end, right? It's like kind of perfectly in a 2 measure box. Then we can kind of guess that it's warped correctly. When you see something that looks like that, like it's more than 2 solid measures, then it's probably not warped right. But this one is probably warped right. So let's turn on our metronome and double check. Cool. That sounded pretty good to me. All right, so we got a loop. What can we do with this? The most fun thing to me about this is chopping this up and trying to make it our own in some way. We could just use this, assuming this is a royalty-free loop or a loop I paid for or something. I could just use it as is. There's nothing wrong with that as long as, you know, you've purchased it and it's cleared. But sometimes it's nice to make things your own. So let's see how we can turn this into something that is unique to us. And the first way we're going to do that is by chopping it up and putting it back together.